Okay, hopefully you can hear me. I'm having some sound issues on my computer at the minute. My sound isn't working, but hopefully my microphone is. So anyway, um, I was watching Zenith of the Alpha, okay, and he was talking about Matthew Perry of all people right now, and this Batman connection with Matthew Perry, right? I did leave this. I left a comment on his channel under the video, but the comment is not showing up. You've got to go to sort by newest first, okay, if you want to read the comment. But basically, I'm going to cover everything that's in this comment in this video, okay? So I don't know what's so bad about the comment that doesn't want to show up, but anyway, if you want to read the comments over there, in fact, I could just read it, but we're going to go through it right now. Okay, so I've got some connections with the Batman, okay, with the Batman. Okay, so this thing with Matthew Perry posting loads of odds and sods about Batman, just before he dies, the last several days before he died, I guess he made a bunch of Batman posts on whatever social media he posts on. Matthew Perry made several strange social media posts referencing Batman in his final days, referring to himself as Matman. Matman as well in the Gematrinator is an 82, which is interesting with the 1028, the reverse of that death date. Okay. Also, connecting back to the 82 that is the 1982 vintage of the Perrier bottles in the Blast from the Past store. Okay. So, where do I want to go with this with this Batman thing, right? I think I've mentioned this before on a few of my older videos. I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but this is who we want to go and have a look at, okay? The original Batman. Okay, Adam West. Okay, let's just think about this and let's break those words down and just add a couple of little bits in there, and we have a dam in the West. Okay, a dam in the West, Adam West. And I'm thinking about a dam in the West that Matthew Perry just done the video on it, the Fools Rush In, okay, the Hoover Dam, okay. So this dam in the West could be the Hoover Dam. This could be a reference. All the Batman stuff could be a very nice reference, amongst other things, to the Hoover Dam. Sorry, I was just thinking about something else then. I get sidetracked too easily. Okay, so this is interesting because in that film, Fools Rush In, look, it looks like Adam West went to Whitman College. In the film, Fools Rush In, check this out. Matthew Perry is playing Alex Whitman. Okay, coincidence or not? Very interesting. Anyway, what else do we have about Adam West? Check out Adam West's real name, William West Anderson, the original Neo. Okay, very interesting yet again. September the 19th. Somebody was buried on September the 19th. We had a funeral for the Queen on September the 19th. 199. Okay. Death date? 69. 69. June the 9th. Again, I think, don't quote me on this, but I'm sure in the film, Fools Rush In, the house number where Perry lives is, I want to say it's 6697 maybe. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it had the 69 at the center of it. Okay, so again, kind of interesting. What else did I want to? I mean, I haven't even scrolled through here to even look about any other connections. I'm just really showing you the fact that like the original Batman was Adam West. Or at least it's the one I remember from watching as a kid. Adam West, a dam in the West. Check it out. Dies at age 88. The Hoover Dam is 88 years old. Just turned 88 years old, from the dedication on the 30th of September. Okay? 88 years old. When this baby hits 88, I want to see some serious poo-poo. Okay? So I've got some other stuff that connects back to this whole thing with Friends. But what I want to do is I want to show you. Actually, let's start with the Friends intro, and I'll show you some of the. There's just some interesting stuff in the intro, right? So the first thing is we've got a water feature. The fountain, yeah, the fountain, and they all end up getting in the fountain at some point in this thing. Okay, so again, the fountain. The only thing that could have made it better is if they'd had a couple of winged angels here, like the two winged angels that are at the fountain, or a couple of dogs even would have worked. That would have worked for a nice reference. But anyway, we've got the water here. We've got the fountain. This is the dam right here. Here's the sofa, the SoFi. A nice 213 reference. Bear that in mind because like the SoFi Stadium connected to the 213. Because we're going to go to the dollar bill in a minute and we'll look at the connections with the 213 again. But anyway, here they all are sitting on the sofa. Oh, and also the lamps, all the lamps. Yeah, the $1 bill, that silver certificate $1 bill, with the two lamp posts on either side of it. Okay, if I'm losing you on this, yeah, if I'm losing you on this, I'm sorry. Some of this stuff is, just got to go into the back catalog and look through some of the videos. I haven't got time to explain every last little bit. Look at the ducks in there. Donald, quack quack, Mr. Trumpy Wumpy. Okay, I just point out something with the name Cox. Okay. What do I want to do it now? Yeah, let's just do it now. Remember, Perry is the pear, and the cock is the Cox. Those two get together. Okay, the gatekeeper and the keymaster and gatekeeper, whoever is, those two get together, and it'll be very bad if those two got together. But those two get together, and it's the physical and the metaphysical, and Mr. Bing is going to go into Monica, the moon. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we've explained the two surnames and also the idea of Chandler going into Monica. That's how it ends up anyway at the end of Friends, isn't it? They end up getting married, don't they? I don't know. Okay, so any other interesting stuff in here? Obviously, the umbrellas is obviously interesting. The umbrella, you've got to remember, it's a shield. It shields you from rain, yeah, from the Holy Spirit raining down on you, and it shields you from the sun. Okay, it's the parasol. Okay, so the umbrella is a symbol of the dam. It's a symbol of that protection. Okay, and when it's a symbol of the eclipse, if you like. It's that shadowing from the Holy Spirit and from the Holy Spirit and I guess the divine physical as well. Okay, here we go. We got us all turned around. They're looking at us, and all the lights go out. Okay, great, wonderful. there's something I want to say about this date that I've got pegged. There's another big date coming up, and it's one that I've gone on about loads of times for the Hoover Dam. So let's go look at the dollar bill fold, and then I'll explain something with the name Friends. Okay. So this dollar bill fold, this is the one. Okay, this is the one with the little owl that's sitting right here, and these two sides fold over to one another, and the shield here, or the body torso, joins up with the hole here with the O. Okay, in fact, so this is the right way up right now. Okay, let me show you something real quick. Let me go to brushes. Let me just outline this, because I know some people, yes, won't have seen. What the hell are we on brush? Oh well, let's try this. Some people won't have seen my decodes on the dollar bill that would just be clicking on this. Let me show you. Okay, number one, this is pi. Okay, so you can outline this, the little tail on the O, and this around here. This is pi, yeah. Okay, Pierre, Perry, pi, and Perry. We're not far off with a reference there, and Pierre and all the rest of it. Okay, so already we've got a nice reference to Matt Perry with this fold. Okay, but one other thing I'll mention, I mentioned in a comment to, I was responding to Denkeeper, and he was mentioning about the Matthew has 7 letters, the same as Madonna, and I made the comment back. The other thing to note about Matthew and Madonna is the Matt being the maternal, yeah, the Holy Mother, yeah, the maternal side of reality. Okay, or this is what Mary is. Mary is the maternal. Okay, so obviously the name Matthew Perry has that maternal aspect with Matt, and the Perry, again, the shape of the Perry, the pear. Okay, this is the shape. Okay, flip it, it's the womb. Put 2 legs on it, yeah, and a head and some arms. Okay, this is the female shape. Okay, the pear. Okay, and of course you have the Adam's apple. So pears and apples. But this is just interesting. Again, the pie and the the Pierre goes into the water. Yeah. So this is pi, and pi happens to be the 314th day of the year. Because pi is 314, so we're going to say pi day could be one of the pi days in the year. Is the 314th day of the year. So let me show you now what the 314th day of the year is. Okay, let's flip this, and it'll explain why this is the 314th day of the year. So rotate 180. Okay, so now we've got this upside down, and now you can really see the number. Okay, so go back on brushes, and I'll outline it for you. But obviously there is a number 10 here. Okay, this has now become a number 10. That pi is transformed into the number 10. And within the number 10 is the number 11. Okay, 1011. The 10th of November is the 314th day of the year. It is a pi day. Okay, here it is. Okay, right here. And the 811 is here. Okay, here's the 8, and here is the 11 inside it here, and we also have a big one here and a big one going into, this is the phallic symbolism here, and it's also got the twin towers here as well. Okay, so we've got all kinds of stuff going on there, but the big takeaway is 1011, because I want to show you something with the date 1011 now. Okay, obviously we can fold the dollar bill in different ways, and we will get the Hoover Dam there as well. Okay, we can actually look at this thing. We'll get the Hoover Dam. Also, we have on the reverse side, we have the two seals. One is I believe represents the Luxor Hotel in Nevada, and then we got the other side, which is Phoenix, which is the eagle or the phoenix rising from the flames, which is Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona on the other side. And again, in that film, where do we see in Fools Rush In? Where do we see Matey Boy on the Hoover Dam? Okay, Perry's on the Hoover Dam. He's on the wire here. He's on the line. He's Philippe Petit at this moment in time. Between the two sides of reality, traveling between the two different states, between Arizona, the risen sun, and then the fictional side of reality over here, the metaphysical. Yeah, Sin City on this side. Okay. But again, where was I going with this whole thing? I want to show you this 10/11 date, okay? Because 10/11, let's go look at the calendar. 10/11. Here it is, right here. Check out the day of the week it happens to be, okay? Friday. Friday. There was something else with, oh yes, Katy Perry. Remember I was doing the E.T. thing? And I did that reference back to Katy Perry. And I think it was Firework, and then it was E.T., and then I think it was Thank God It's Friday, or whatever that is, TGIFI, whatever the hell it is, you know what I mean. But that song, okay, Friday, thank God It's Friday, okay. Here we go, right? Here we go with Friday is the 10th of November, okay. Again, Area 51, and the 314. Great. The 314. Remember that. Actually, I'll go back to this billfold. I'll just show you why the 8th as well. Here's our 312, our 213. Okay, let me show you something really quickly for people that haven't seen this fold before. Let me undo that so we can go the right way up. If we look at the bunny ears and berries on here, okay, this side we have a 2, and we have 5 leaves and 4 berries here. Okay, 254th day of the year is 9/11. Okay, on this side we got 2, and then we've got a 3, and then we've got a 1 berry here. Okay, so obviously 213. There's so much that links back to 213, but again, I was just saying about the SoFi Stadium, and we had the NFL, the Super Bowl as well, with the 213 reference. And we had Dr. Dre and his all his bunch doing the music, and again that all links back to 213. Okay. The other thing to note here is 312 is okay. Yeah, November the 8th. Okay, so that is important to note as well, because it's difficult to know which way around these references go, and there's other links to February the 13th within this thing as well. So it's all intertwined. There's a lot of connections throughout the year with the dollar bill and the numbers that are in here. But I wanted to just show you that, because of course when we go back to this thing and we look at the 8th, yeah, with the 312 here and the 53, yeah, 53 is very important with the balance between the sun and the moon and the Vesica Pisces. I'm just going to leave it like that, the 153 fish. There's a lot to do with the size, the relative sizes of, or relative orbit and size of the moon, the sun, and this kind of overlap with the Vesica Pisces. Okay, I haven't done the video on that yet. I need to do that video, but it's just I haven't had time, and I've lost a bit of paper that the stuff was on. I put it down somewhere and I don't know where it is now. But anyway, again, getting sidetracked. So this date, okay, the Friday. Let me explain something, right? If this is the end of the Hoover Dam here, if Friday is the end of the Hoover Dam, what do we end up with? If Friday, yeah, is the end, okay, of the Hoover Dam, what do we end up with? Friends. I don't know if it is or not, but I just thought that was cool. Okay, so friends is maybe the end on Friday of the Hoover. Maybe it's the end of the world. Who the hell knows? Maybe they're just going to set off the entire nuclear arsenal, and that'll be it. It'll be over. What else did I have for this one? I can't say. There's so much. This is like opening there's just a ton of references all of a sudden, right? So this was a Friends episode that I was looking for something else, and this one happened to be, on the list. The empty vase. I was like, oh, I gotta look at this one. I've got to go look at it and just have a look, see what it is, because the empty vase, obviously, the vase, the chalice, the vase is the hot tub. Yeah, it is the thing that Matthew Perry died in. It's the Lake Mead. Okay, it's the bathtub. It's the same thing. It's the fountain right there. Yeah. So the empty vase. Okay, check this out. Right, this dude here that is about to kiss Monica. Right, they're about to have some kind of little relationship in this episode. Right. Again, super interesting. That's kind of interesting. That's almost like, that kind of reminds me of Who's That Girl, and the little cartoon character in Who's That Girl. But anyway, so they're about to have a relationship. Yeah, this dude here, guess what film he's in? Yes, you've guessed it. He's in Fools Rush In, and he plays. This is. I can't remember his name now. Let's just go to, so I can let you know who he is. Let's see. Where are we? Fools Rush In. Okay, this is Carlos Gomez. Okay, do we have anything interesting on Carlos? What's his date of birth, just out of interest? Oh, January the 1st, a 1-1. Surprise, surprise. Okay, oh, he's Gomez the second as well. He's got the double, the Twin Towers in his name as well. Amazing. So anyway, guess who he plays? He plays the previous boyfriend to Salma, okay, who is Isabel, okay, Isabella Sophia. There's another reference to the Sophie again. So where the hell am I going with this? So anyway, he's the other love interest, right? And he happens to be, if I could find the right blimmin', which one was I on? Can't remember now. Am I flipping to this too darn quickly or what? He happens to be the ice cream sundae. Oh yes. He happens to be the first man before Matthew shows up. Okay, and she's letting him go. But anyway, so we're gonna have this relationship here. We're gonna have this thing connected again with Matthew Perry's woman and this dude. Again, it's just interesting, isn't it? The way these things are linking together. Is it by chance or is it done deliberately? Again, who the hell knows? Again, this was the scene with him at the fountain, a reference maybe back to Friends again, and again, obviously a reference back to the Hoover Dam again. Another interesting thing, Joey and Chandler are looking after, and you'll notice this, Leah Thompson, okay, shows up in, I guess this, I don't know which one this is. This is the one where they leave the baby on the bus, and that might actually be what it's called. So he has Ben here, and she shows up. They're trying to pull women at the minute, right? Look at the at some point in here, she stood above this. It says Belle, okay, but it actually says Belly, and it says King as well. And there's some other interesting stuff in the background here, but I didn't want to go too much into this. I just wanted to mention, the characters that are showing up. Yeah, we got Brad Pitt, obviously, showing up in Friends, super important. I mean, there's just a ton of guest stars on Friends, so there's obviously tons of different connections. Obviously, Brad Pitt's super important with several of his films. The one that springs to mind, though, is Fight Club. So what else did I have for this breakdown? Probably forgotten something here. Yeah, the empty vase. Let me just go back to this and just reiterate something here as well. Is that, again, the idea of the vase emptying. This guy, referencing back to Fools Rush In, he writes her a poem about the empty vase. This is what happens in the scene. You can probably just go look it up for yourself, and I think he gives her this glass vase. Okay, so we gotta be referencing the Hoover Dam, all that symbolism, over and over again, I think, in Friends. So I think I'm gonna leave it there, because I probably waffled on quite a bit. Here's the actual here's the song, I'll Be There For You, by the Rembrandts. Now I'm trying to think. I feel like there was a painting reference I just saw the other day. I can't remember. Maybe that was in that film. I can't remember though. So check this out on this. So we've got the 523. Okay, this is pretty important as well, because again, if you go to the chart of Lorraine, 523, that set of numbers shows up on the cross, basically opposite the 133 or the 13. Mary and Christ. And again, here we got 309 long. Again, 309 is the 5th of November. So it's pretty interesting. But check out side B. Album snippets is the US, what they've got in the US. But in the UK, they decided to do Fixin' to Blow. You just can't write this stuff. Fixin' to Blow. Unbelievable. I'm sure if I look through here, I could find a ton of other connections as well. Oh, hang on a minute. Look, let's check this out. I'll Be There For You. Look, Waiting to Be Opened is the previous single, and then This House Is Not a Home. Okay, the house that is not a home is Vegas, where people live in the hotel. Yeah, the hotel. Being in that dam, that is not a home. Okay, E.T. phone home. Okay. Phoenix home. Okay. What else have I got to do? Oh, there is E.T. there. Let me show you this, because I don't know when I get around to showing you this again, but this is the culvert in E.T. Again, looks very dam-like, and of course it's open, so there's water flowing through it, like the dam has been broken, which is important, because that's the point at which there's an ongoing sort of death of E.T., and this is one of those points, when Michael finds him. So again, super interesting. I just want to reference two more things. Before Madonna had her little episode in the ICU, yes, and I'm aware that ICU thing might have been the death ritual for Madonna, but you know, I feel like I just feel like it's a precursor to it. I feel like we will have a croak here pretty soon. You know. Anyway, I'm going to do one for the 4th and 5th of November for her, and that'll be probably the next video I do, because there are some interesting connections in the chart of Lorraine with the 4th and 5th of November with her dates. Anyway, I just wanted to note this. The thing with Salma Hayek in that film as well. Okay, her birthday is the 2nd of September, and originally Madonna was going to do Washington DC on that date. Okay, that's interesting. Again, Washington is the dollar bill. Yeah, it is the quarter. In fact, in the film Fools Rush In, they throw a I don't know what it is. It's a silver coin of some description. I don't know if it's supposed to be a $50, a dollar, a silver dollar, or even a quarter. I don't know what the silver coin is, but again, I'm just mentioning the connections here, right? And again, one more thing to note is that I'm going to be doing that video on the 4th of November for Madonna. Of course, the tour started on 411 numerology, so that was changed to 411 numerology, maybe because of this connection that I'm going to show you. So maybe that's what they've done for that, or that's what's occurred for the to reference that 411. But I just wanted to note, originally before that date was San Francisco and Vegas together. Okay, well, not together, but on the 4th of October we were going to do San Francisco, or Madonna was going to do San Francisco again on the clock tower, and Marty comes across the Golden Gate Bridge, yeah, and I did all that stuff with that connection to the 4th, with the October the 4th there, or the 10:04 on the clock tower and the Golden Gate Bridge, and again October the 7th, Las Vegas, yeah. That 17 reference, again, Matthew Perry, 17 again, interesting with that connection. And I think Madonna did something. I heard she did some kind of, she spit on the crowd. Remember, in the Friends intro, Matthew Perry does that kind of spit out of the water out of his mouth, okay? So we've got Madonna. I don't know if that's a reference to Matthew Perry there or what, but again, Las Vegas, the 17 again. I don't know. It's a reference, maybe a reference back to Las Vegas. And what's interesting, actually, and just for a personal reference right now, I just borrowed the bull off the neighbor. Okay, so one of the holy cows has come over to breed my 2 cows, right? His ear tag number 0701, I think it was. Okay, so we've got that 17 numerology, and we've got the reference. I got just a personal reference to Vegas, yeah. Bull in the china shop, you know what I mean? So again, super interesting. What else did I want to? I think that was it. I've completely lost track of where the hell I was going with this. One more thing to mention, with the connection with Perry and Perry Mason. Yeah, that long running show, Perry Mason. I tell you one thing I thought was interesting. It sounds like there was Perry Mason features in 82 novels, 4 short stories. 82 again. There's that 82. And here's the guy that you probably would recognize as Perry Mason, Raymond Burr, and check out the birthday there, May the 21st. Again, That is the top of the dartboard. That is a condensed version of Christmas if you read it backwards. 1225, or if you read it backwards, drop one of those twos out, 125, okay? And that's a May date. And that date, obviously the top of the dartboard, obviously is going to have some significance up here, you know. And I've gone through the dartboard before, but I don't want to go through it right now. But again, that is pretty interesting. And what else did I want to say about that? Let's just check out his death date as well, the 12th of September. So again, with the 192, the 129, okay, and also, you know, so that 29 reference, which is, you know, very important with balance, and also the day after 9/11. So I think, I'm honestly thinking that there's going to be a ton more, you know, a ton more references here. You know, we just had the Robin Hood thing, and Batman and Robin, and you know, Robin is Bob. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to cover. Okay. But again, you know, it's just interesting, this stuff, you know. Chandler with a baby, the reborn man is the mother, Marty's mother right here, you know. I mean, it just what else is there, Dan? That's it. I'm calling it good. All right, I'll catch you on another one. It'll probably be the Madonna one next. Okay, thanks for watching. Cheers. All right, bye.